Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to show you how I'm setting up my journal for the new year. It's January and well, I love to start working on a new planner, a new journal in 2022. So I was thinking it might be fun to show you how I'm starting this new year. So I'm going to show it to you step by step. So if you like it, you can make it this way yourself too. So what I've got here is an old book, and I already cut out some pages. I'm going to show that to you in a minute. And I've got two new planners. This one is available already, but at the moment when I'm taping this one is not available yet, but hopefully it will come soon. So I'm going to use one of those. Not sure which one I like most, but okay, I will put them aside for now. And what I did is I took an old book, and this book is called The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. And you see I've been ripping papers off, and someone wrote a nice sentiment in it, probably when she gave it as a present to somebody in June 1987. So this book has lots of botanical illustrations, some handwritten, I think it was handwritten someday, text, but you can take any book you want. So maybe if you've got an old dictionary, an old let me see, an old atlas, you know, that's what I'm also using. I'm showing you this, some old map pages. You can use, of course you can use design papers from your stash you already have. Here are more old atlas mapping pages, etc, etc. So you don't have to do it exactly the same as I do, of course not. It's most fun if you do it with the products you already have, or the products you like using the most. So what I did with this book, and that was my luck. It has, well, how do I explain it in English? It had the months written all over the book. So for making my divider pages, I could use the months January, February, March, etc, etc. If it's not there, it's no problem at all. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to show this later when I'm starting decorating the pages. So it's not really necessary to do it this way. But okay, so I tore the pages out, and what I did, because this paper is not really very sturdy, but I want it to be a little bit more sturdy because I want to make those index pages, and that's why I stitched them together. And I didn't do them all yet. I left over the last one so I can show it to you. And what I did is I cut out every page twice, or two pages, and then with the tab at the same position. So for these pages, as you can see here, let me see. And now when I'm filming this, it starts to rain. So if you hear a lot of noise, it's the rain hitting the roof on top of me. As you can see, I used the tabs with the pages on different positions, so you can make every month. As you can see, oh sorry, this is December, it's supposed to go here, and this is November. Well, it's all mixed up now, but you can see what I'm trying to tell you probably by using the tabs for the months of the year. So how can you do this while we only have 3 different pages with tabs on the side? Well, I will take them and show it to you. So, for example, for those of you who don't know yet how to use them, let's say you want to have the tab at the top. So in this case, it's December for this. And you want it to go into your journal, and then it goes like this. But if you want to have the tab at the bottom, you need to cut it one more time, and then you just simply turn the page around, and then you have the tab at the bottom. So I hope that makes sense. So this is for the pages who have the top at the top, the tab at the top. If you want to have the tab in the second position, like this one, so you take Planner Essentials set number 2. And as you can see, it has the tab on this position. So you can use this for having it in this way, but if you cut it another time and then you flip your page, it will be more at the bottom. And the same is for this one. It has the third position of tabs, you see, that's this one. And again, if you flip this one, it will give you another tab, but a little bit lower again. So this way you can use these 3 dies to make full index pages for a whole year. So you have 6 tabs and you use them twice to give yourself 12 months in a year. So that's what I did to start. And let me see, so because the paper is not that sturdy, I cut all pages twice to make all the index pages and then stitch them together with my sewing machine. So I hope you can see it. I will try to show you the stitches I did over here. I used white twine to do so. You can also use black or any other color you like, or a color you like to match your papers. Let's say you use all kinds of reds. Maybe it's fun to use red twine. How do you call it? Twine? Yes, I think it's twine, or it's not ribbon. And so you can stitch all those pages together. And what I did extra, because sometimes you have those leftover strips like this from the papers. When you cut the whole pages, it will always give you some extra pages, and it's or bits and pieces, and it's a waste to just throw them away. So what I did is I run them through my die cutting machine again, and sometimes I even added 2 of them together like this, and then I'm just cutting those strips like this. So run this through your die cutting machine and it will give you those small borders, but you have the holes in the same position, so you can easily attach them on the whole pages. What I did here is I cut them with a pair of scissors, you know, with a decal edge scissors, but after that I bought a Tim Holtz deckled paper cutter, so that is even more better to use, I think. But I already used a pair of scissors, but you don't have to do it. You can also tear it apart or give it a little distress edge with one of those distressing tools. So this is how you can prepare your journal. So cut pages twice if the paper is too thin, stitch them together. If you want, you can add another decorative border for this, and that's something I just applied a little bit of glue before I started stitching them. So if you use double-sided adhesive, I'm thinking that it might not be really good for your sewing machine. So it's better to use a little bit of glue just to keep it in place. And then when you start stitching, maybe it's also better to use some paper clips here and there, and then run it under your sewing machine. So that's how I started with this, and now I am going to add it to my journal. So I'm going to add them to my journal, one of my planners. I think I'm going for the blue one, the jeans one. And again, at the time I'm filming this, it's not available yet, but it will come soon. So it's not there yet, but I like to start using it. So I'm going to put in the months first, and I'm not sure about December. It's for December 2022, and because I'm making a December day by day every year for the last years, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but I wanted to keep it in the same style, if I want to use it, it's there. So if I'm not using it, I can throw it away later, or I can use it in my December day by day journal. So I'm going to put them all in. Let's see, November, October, so everything goes in here. after stitching all those pages together. It's really fun to see how it looks like when you put it in your journal. So, oh, this is the wrong way. February comes first and then it's January. So here you can see my start for this year. All months on a divider page, or you can also, some people call it a divider page, an index page, or a dashboard. That's what you also can call it. But now, how do you go further? Sorry. What I did so far is cut out some pages with the die sets I do have at home. And because everybody has a different assortment of dies, and maybe some people will have more, some people will have less, it doesn't matter. Just use the dies you have in your stash, and you will make a great album with those. And it doesn't matter if you have a little of them or you have all of them. It really doesn't matter. So what I did, I just browsed through my stash and I picked up some dies I wanted to use for sure, and then I will add more later. I'm going to show you which ones I used so far. So for example, this one, this is the page from set number 1865, and that's the torn page set with the weekly frame also in it, and it has this lovely torn page edge effect. That's how I call it. So this one, for example, these are all made with the rounded corner page, just a basic page which you can use for almost everything, and it's set number 1876. So the rounded corner page. And for those who don't know, as you maybe can see from these old papers, I do have an Etsy shop where you can buy all those vintage papers if you like. I mean, there's always limited stock, but there is some available if you're interested, like those old vintage index cards, recipe cards, file folder things, vintage papers, gift sets, etc., etc. Just if you think it's fun, take a look at my Etsy shop, and I will post a link below the video so you can see. Just something I wanted to mention. This page comes from set number 1650. It's Planner Essentials number 6, so one from the early start. And I still like it because it has a tag shape and the holes, so you can easily put it into your journals, and a very nice arrow border on this side. These two I made with one of the elements from the top loading pocket set, and it's set number 1740, and it comes with this piece, and it's this piece which I used on top of this piece of paper, and you just cut a simple piece of paper from 10 centimeters, so that's, I think it's about 4 inch, yeah, I think. And let me check it for you, for those of you who work in inches. I've got a very old and ugly ruler here, but yes, it's 4 inches. Just cut a piece of 4 inches wide, and then you can attach these things on top of your piece of paper. If you want to make a smaller one, of course you can just trim it up, and then you have a long and small one. So it's just an idea to give you how you can use all those elements in different ways. So this comes from the the top loading pocket set. This one is the splatter page. As you can see, I already attached another page as a backing, because otherwise this will be open, and I like to see another kind of paper or another color showing through. So that's set number 1864. So that's the splatter page, and it comes with all those other cute elements too. Now these are from one of the first die sets we did, the bookmark pages, and these are bookmark pages number 1670. No, I'm saying it again. 57. and 1667. So these are two different pages, half pages. You can also call it a bookmark page, and they have two tabs on different positions at the top of the page. So again, two sets, 1675 and 76. This one I couldn't find the correct number when I was just preparing it, but it's the arrow page, and it also comes in a cool set, and it has of course the little holes to match our binder rings. Then here we have the half heart page. It comes with 2 hearts in a set and all those cute other elements too. It's number 1738, the half heart page, and it looks like this. It's really the shape of a half heart. And as you also can see, I mix and match all those kinds of paper, and it doesn't matter to me if it's like a flourish botanical pattern here and those bold bulky letters. I just look at the colors. If I think they go well together, I will put them in. But it's something you can do your own way, of course. You don't have to do it exactly the way I do. This one is the globe page, or it comes with a globe, but it has a full page with some kind of rough deckled edge, as you can see. And I think that's still a really cool one. It's number 1803. And it's really fun to use that one too. Oh, here's another one. Same edge, same die. And this one, let me see. Yes, this one comes from an add-on we did at the phone booth set, if I'm correct. Was it the phone booth die set? Yes, one of the specials we did. And it had these extra elements, and that's where I cut those from. It doesn't have a number because it came with one of the specials. But as you can see, it's a little bit smaller, but it's really fun to add those in between your other pages too. And then the wave pocket die set, it's number 1805, and I already prepared 2 of those pockets. Mostly I use a pocket every month in my journal, so I have to make a few more, but I can also take the other designs, of course, because we have one with yeah, how do you call it? Let me see if I can find them. Yes, 2 pockets we have. I'm not sure if they do have a name, but it's pocket number 1608 and 1609. And there are 2 different ones. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to use those 2. I didn't yet, but I will do later on. Now this one is a really nice one too. It's the number page, number 1866, and it has all those number which it cuts out. And it goes really well with one of the die sets we have, and it has a tag topper which has the same number. So it's really fun to combine those two. And at the last but not least, I used the tab inserts from set number 1810. And it comes with those 2, it has several different elements too, but it comes with these 2 dies, and as you can see, it has 2 tabs on one of the dies, and it has 1 tab in the middle of the other one. So if you combine those, it will give you something like this. And you can also make a mini book with only those pages. So if you cut them many times, it gives you a really cool book with all those tabs. And I did one from the old index cards, and this is also from an index card combined with map pages from an old atlas map book. And as you can see here, I also added strips cut from leftover pieces. So I only cut this part of the die. I didn't need the whole die, but only wanted to use it for the reinforcers. So that's what I did so far. And then you can start adding them to your journal. And because you don't know yet what you are going to do the whole year, and I need to make a lot more because this is not enough for me to fill the whole year. And it might be happening that I'm using this for, let's say, for the first 6 months of this year, and then my mind suddenly comes up with another idea, and then I will continue in something different, but my goal is to at least work in this style for the first 6 months of this year. So I think I'm going to add them to the first 6 months for now, and then we will see later on how I'm going to continue this. So again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do all those weeks coming up and when I'm going to use something, but I'm just mixing and matching them, and I'm not really looking to what I want to use first. I'm just making sure that not two of the same elements are really close together. So let's say this is going to be my January. As I mentioned before, I want to use a pocket each month. So I'm going to start putting in a pocket in January. Oh, here it is. I'm not sure where the other one is, but so I need a pocket for sure, and then some basic pages. So let's say I'm using a spread, so 2 pages for 1 week. So I need at least 4 or 5 main pages to go with it. So I like to use this one because I use the letters here too, but they don't have to go too close together. I can put something else in between. So that's the way I like to work. So for example, this will be my week 1, week 2, week 3, and this will be week 4. So you see, you don't need that many yet, and you can always add extra pages later on. So I'm going to keep it this way for now. I'm not sure if I have enough for 6 months, but I will give it a try now. So this is going to be February. Well, again, I need a pocket. Oh, I like to use the half pages too. So these are really a bit thin, a bit too thin, how I like them, but maybe I will stitch 2 of those together also, but I'm not sure yet. I'm going to put in 1 half page to start with, and maybe I will add this one at the back. So I'm going to stitch those 2 together. That might be fun. So I will put them in like this, not stitching them now. It also might be fun to use some of those tab pages in this month. Putting those in too. And again, don't be too picky. Don't think too much about it. Just go and do something. Okay, let me see what I've got now. So these were my 4 weeks. So let's say this is week 5. I can do this week 6, 7, and I can do 8 here, for approximately. Not really. Well, you don't need to do it this way. It's not. How do you say it? It's not something you must do because you put it in this way, you know. You can always change it later, but it's just for you to give an idea how to set up a new journal. Now, I also would like to use these, but because they don't have holes yet, and I don't have a pocket yet, so they will be loose. And I think I'm going to use a little paper clip to put 1 or 2 in there. So this is 1, and I need some extra pages there, of course, too. Let me see. Well, this is going to be a little bit too much of the same next to each other, so I want another one in between. And don't look too much at the colors yet, because it will be all coming together later on. Oh, and a half page. I think this is fun to add that one here. And you see, you can mix and match all those things. What did we have so far? February 8, so let me say this is 9, 10, 11, 12, and you can go over to the month of April. Well, April I will do. I don't know where my second pocket went. It's gone. Well, maybe I will bump into it in. Oh, here it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, I'm going to put in another pocket in this month. Oh, and you see, this is the same paper I used here, so I'm going to put that in too, to make it all come together a little bit more. No, I just did one of those for the last month. I'm going to put in, yes, this one, and I think I'm also going to stitch those together, but I will do that later. And let me see, have we got, so that's 1, 2, 3, no, we need to have some extra here. Putting in this one. And what else have we got? Maybe another one of those? Yeah, why not? Just putting it in, moving over to the next month, and trying to make 4 spreads over there too. Well, it looks like I don't have enough, so I have to cut out some more pages later on. But it's just, yeah, well, the way I start my journals, and so you can see how you can start yours if you want, or if you are having problems, yeah, on how to start and what you can do with it. Oh, this one is nice too. I like to use those map pages too, because so if you find some of the old books with maps, they have fantastic colors. I like the blue and things like that. So let me see, this was, no, I need to make one more, and that's where I come in short with more pages. So for the 6 month, I only have this for now, and that's not enough. So, oh, I'm sorry, it's the wrong way. It's going to be there. I'm going to put in a tag, and this one, and this is another rounded corner part, which you can put down on the smaller elements. So that's something I had left too. Okay. I'm putting this one in, and I'm going to take another paper clip here. So, and now this one I will put it in the back, so it's extra. I will start cutting out more pages, and yeah, so it's really a little bit more filled when you start the year. But you can also do this way for any other project you want. Let's say you want to make a project about a holiday you went to, about some other fun things you did, or like a book for a newborn baby. All kind of projects you can use this for. But I just wanted to show you how I start my journals, and hopefully it will give you some inspiration to start working on the journals like this yourself. And again, you can do this with a large planner, you can do this with a sidekick, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have that many dies to start working like this. It's only a little bit more fun and more variation if you have more dies. But if you don't have that many dies, please use whatever you have. Use your stash, use the papers you have. Mix and combine it with vintage papers if you like that. But if you want to use bright and colorful colors, that's really cool too. So, well, this was my video for today. Maybe I will do another video in the future about setting up a real planner, because we call this a planner, but I don't think it's actually a planner. It's more like a memory journal. You can use it as an art journal. You can use it for drawing when you put in mixed media papers or watercolor papers. So for me, it's more like a memory planner, but you can use it also as a real planner. And we do have stamps and things like that to set that up too. So I'm going to try and do that in a separate video soon. Not sure yet when, but it will come soon. Okay, I hope you liked watching this. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, so you will get notifications when I post a new video. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.